Last Gas Station is a cozy sim about taking over a rundown station and slowly bringing it back to life. And on the surface, that's exactly what it is. But the longer you play, the more you realise something quietly strange is going on in the background. 4 hours in, I was hooked on both. So if you like games that let you rebuild something at your own pace while a mystery slowly unfolds around you, then this one might be right up your street. When you first arrive, the station is rough. Empty shelves, outdated equipment, and trash everywhere. It's not exactly ready for business. But that's a starting point, and your job is to fix it. You clean up, restock, serve customers, manage fuel, and gradually unlock upgrades that make everything run better. Visually, it nails the aesthetic immediately. The pixel art has this worn, lived-in look that fits the setting perfectly, and gives the station a sense of history right from the start. All the characters are animals, customers, visitors, everyone, which gives the world a warm, slightly playful personality. It offsets the roughness of the station in a way that just works. Going in, I didn't expect much beyond a relaxing sim. Maybe a bit repetitive, the kind of game you settle into without thinking too hard. But something starts happening early on. Small strange moments creep in. Nothing alarming, but definitely not normal either. And that quiet sense of something being off starts pulling at you surprisingly fast. So instead of just thinking about your next delivery or upgrade, you're also thinking about what's actually going on around you. That combination made the first few hours far more engaging than I expected. The daily loop is satisfying from the start. Customers arrive steadily, forming queues at the pump, inside the store, and once you unlock it, the mechanics bay. Fuel management is one of your first real responsibilities. You order deliveries through the computer, sign for them when they arrive, and keep supply ahead of demand. It sounds simple, but staying on top of it becomes genuinely important as footfall increases. Serving fuel is one of the most familiar tasks, moving between pumps keeping things flowing. And when the mechanic bay opens up, the routine expands. You're handling tyre pressure checks, oil refills, small service jobs, and the minigames for these are a highlight. The tyre filling has you attaching the airline and holding it until it hits the right pressure. The oil is even simpler, but the look and sound of it filling up is oddly satisfying every time. These tactile little moments are what gives the gameplay its texture, and nothing here feels rushed. Customers wait patiently, there's no panic timers, it's busy without being stressful. Inside the store, you scan items manually and give the correct change. Again, no pressure, but enough to keep you focused. Stocking shelves follows a natural rhythm too. Order through the computer, truck arrives, sign for the delivery, complete with a little paw print, then fill the shelves yourself or auto stock at the press of a button. One rough edge worth mentioning, you can't check stock levels whilst placing an order. So you're either memorising what you need or going back and forth. And if you leave the ordering screen, your basket resets. A small thing, but it adds unnecessary friction to an otherwise smooth loop. Then cleaning rounds everything out. Customers drop litter, you collect and bag it, then take it out. And cleanliness, along with new services and decorations, all feed into the popularity score, which drives how busy the station becomes. The busier it gets, the more rewarding it feels. Progression is genuinely well paced. There are 4 shop levels, each unlocking new services, equipment and decorations. Early on it's the mechanics bay, the restroom and expanding parking. Later on is automation and a car wash. Things that actually change how you run the place. And the timing is smart, because by the time you unlock automation, you need it. The station is busy enough that doing everything manually starts to feel like a lot. One of my favourite unlocking moments was unlocking the mechanic shop and watching the sign on the roof change. The original Badger logo was replaced with your own character, and it's a tiny detail, but it made the station feel like mine. Throughout all of this, the pacing never lets you stall or sprint. There's always something to work towards, but nothing arrives so fast it loses meaning. And it's the kind of progression that keeps you moving forward without ever feeling like you're being pushed. Running alongside all of this is a story that reveals itself quietly and at its own pace. It starts with recordings, tape left by an unknown person, small hints that something in the area isn't quite right. Then something unusual happens, often at night time or after hitting a new shop level. That event opens up the next thread. Certain characters start visiting the station, not as customers, but as people that have something to say. They share what they know, react to what's been happening, and fill in pieces of the picture. New locations start opening up too. Nothing massive, small, focused areas that tie directly into the story. And in those areas, more tapes. It's a clean loop, something strange happens, character responds, new places open, new recordings appear. Each cycle layers a little more into what's going on. What I like most is that it never feels manufactured. The mystery doesn't announce itself, it just quietly accumulates. You're always given just enough to stay curious, but never so much that it actually gives the game away. It respects the discovery. The atmosphere is where it all comes together. During the day, everything is calm, routine, familiar, comfortable. You're in the flow of running the station and it feels good. But at night, something shifts. The world gets quieter, a little more eerie, sometimes just strange enough to make you pause. It's not horror, there's no jump scares waiting for you, but there's a low persistent tension that builds the more time you spend with it. The contrast, cozy days, unsettling nights, is exactly what makes the mystery work. It keeps you curious without ever making you uncomfortable enough to stop. 4 hours in, the last gas station has genuinely surprised me. The loop is satisfying, the progression feels earned, and the story unfolds at exactly the right pace. It's the kind of game that's easy to pick up for a quick session and difficult to put down once you're into it. Not because it's demanding, but because it's quietly compelling. You want to upgrade the station, but you also want to know what happens next. And right now, I feel like I've barely scratched the surface. And if that also sounds like your kind of game, it might be worth a look. So that's where I'm at with it. I'd also love to know where you're at. Will you be trying it, figuring out the mystery for yourself? Or have you already played it and uncovered what's going on? Either way, let me know in the comments. I genuinely want to hear about it. And if you enjoyed the video, a like really does help. And if you want to see more cozy discoveries like this, subscribing means you won't miss them. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.